Sigh. Yes, that's right. Today I'm doing the next entry in my Pokemon that may be on the autism spectrum video series. And as it will include or conclude that it's Psyduck. So I'll just sum up, and my goal in this weird maybe voice is I'm attempting to sound like Dexter from the original Pokemon anime series. You know, the Indigo League. There we are. Has headaches when they listen, uses psychic powers, doesn't remember after. That's why it holds its head. Puzzled. No, like Psyduck. So that was just something I thought of on the fly that I had to mention because I just thought that would be funny in some way. No, something. No, I thought the entries did an amazing job at saying, ba- basically, the same exact thing for pretty much every entry. Now, I do have notes. That's why I know I'm looking down. Like on my Wobbuffet one. Going back to pretty much saying like the same thing. No, like in Emperor's New Groove. Right, the poison for Kuzco. Poison's chosen specially to kill Kuzco. Kuzco's poison. That poison? That poison. Got you covered. Yeah, so something I wanted to bring up a few entries that show some differences. Alright, so for for Pokemon Red, yeah, Red and Blue, Red entry. Now, just keep in mind, I got this information from Bulbapedia. In case you want to read all the other entries, these are just some entries that I wanted to point out just separately because I thought they were worth mentioning. Oh, I just realized. Uh, I had did a different beginning to this than I was originally gonna do. So before I continue, I meant to do this at the beginning, but like I said, I did a different beginning, intro. So I wanted to, thank Sam Martin for the comments that they left me on my video, that started this, the Pokemon that may be on the autism spectrum. No, basically said, no, that they liked the video and would like to see more. So, Sam Martin, if you're watching, I really appreciate that comment. No, I, it feels good, no, to, receive comments on my videos, and I just really like that. No, it helped in some way for someone in some way. So I just wanted to say that I appreciate it. So getting back to no the entries. So for Red, while luring its enemies with its vacant look, this wily Pokemon will use no, psychokinetic powers. Yeah. So let's just go back to that first line. While lulling its enemies with its vacant look. Yeah, yeah. So in Red, it makes it has that look naturally, but it uses that to an advantage to lull its opponent to a false sense of security. So that's just pretty interesting. Also, it's referred. This is the Dex entry, so if you want to look at Bulbapedia, then you can read it yourself. Uh, it says it's a wily Pokemon. I just think it's really funny. So that Psyduck would be referred to as a wily Pokemon. Yeah. I just think that's really fun. Oh wow, it just really got me. Anyways, all right. So I had to uh, compose myself. All right. So for this is Ultra Sun using psychokinesis gives it headaches. Wait, I just had to go over my note for the Ultra Sun entry. So I'll do it again. Using psychokinesis gives it headaches. So it normally passes the time and doing as little as possible. Or maybe by doing little as possible. However, that might have been, I might have written it wrong. But, I mean, yeah. Yeah, so let's just kind of go over that just a smidge. So, the first time from when a Psyduck hatches, he uses his psychic powers. That gave it a little migraine, and then so this is almost like a chicken, and the egg situation, in some way. In the Ultra Sun Dex entry, I mean, we're saying that the using psychic powers gives it the headaches, not that headaches cause psychic powers. Now that's just one of the entries. One of the that might be the that's one of the only entries where it says it where it has it that way. But I thought it was worth a mention because I mean, using psychic powers, but you get headaches, so it makes using them risky. Like, you can use them just sparingly, you know. Yeah, so I just thought that was interesting. And then Ultra Moon, it has found its brain cells are 10 times more active when he is experiencing headaches. Yeah, I just when I said it, I meant I know was referring to Psyduck. I just wanted to say it just so I didn't have to write out Psyduck. So that's what I got for entries. If you want to, I'm just kind of, I'm just looking over to make sure that I got everything I wrote down for the Dex entries. So, yeah, going on to the anime, like Wobbuffet pops out of his Pokeball when not wanted to, and yes, I thought of something else. All right, so for so for whomever has seen the movie Rain Man, or maybe has seen someone who is like this, and no, I did not skip something. I am just simply having the intro to my point, in case you're wondering. So, in a scene or two, Raymond, played by Dustin Hoffman. I think he played Raymond absolutely amazing. That was it's one of my favorite movies, and one of the first times I experienced anyone mentioning autism or anything in that area, and in movies that I can think of. Yeah, no, that was like the first movie where they mentioned autism and similar like Asperger's and such. Relative. Now I know there are differences. It's just like there's some kind of similarity. Like you know, social skills and communication may not be as well. And what something just as a side note, in the movie, Raymond is referred to high functioning, even though, yeah, so he is dramatic. No, autism is, can be a very high level, alteration to a person. No, like if they didn't have it, they'd be vastly different, is what I mean. So, but I just find funny, or yeah, it's funny because like, oh, there's so little he can do by himself, but he's still referred to as high functioning. So it's just interesting that there's one people, potentially that can do less than Raymond. So I just think that's interesting. So yeah, it was just like, oh, he's pretty low functioning. Well, he is, but he's referred to as high functioning by people that work there. So, well, by one person, the guy that worked with him. Anyways, yeah, I just thought it was an interesting side note. So, some scenes, something went wrong, and he would freak out, and he hit his head really hard and rapidly, and freak out. Psyduck could be akin to that, except replace psychic powers for maybe throwing things, screaming, and such. So, if you have ever experienced that, or if you have ever seen anyone seen anyone experience that, no, or you've seen that movie, then now I don't think I've experienced that. Now, I very well could have and not remember it. And as soon as I said it, I just realized, like with Psyduck, like, oh, doesn't remember, using its powers. Yeah, so I just think that's, no, I just thought that was interesting. Just noticed, just kind of, as I was saying that, it popped in my head. Yeah, so yeah, that's more of a point. Also, he is not the best with directions. Now that's not necessarily trained in autism, but that now in a way it can be, because like how people on the spectrums, their brain, like our brain is wired differently. Now I don't know ins and outs of brain stuff, but no, we can process something slower and something's really well. But for Psyduck, not so well directions. It's something I've said, like when people are going over directions and I don't know how to get there. And that's why I never earned my map and compass merit badge. Yeah. Yeah, but I'm not really like one of those people who oh no, I'm great with directions. No, I'm bad with directions. I'm one of those people where you know uh I could get lost in a new place potentially. So that's just, yeah. And if you're like that, you know join the club or whatever. We don't have any merchandise. I could probably make something. Yeah. So um that's kind of all I got. So until next time, super. Take care now. Bye bye then.